What is up, guys? Liru the Lance Corporal here, and we have our new Tier 2 mod set, and I really want to show this off because it's pretty fucking cool. So we've got a few new maps, a few new mods to deal with, but I'm going to take it right from the top. Chernarus Redux. Now, to basically put this one simply, it's an unfinished project that's basically taking Chernarus and turning it into kind of like a post-apocalyptic place. So right now we are in Zelnogorsk, and they've added this nice little like post-apocalyptic military base, for example. A lot of the towns have had some touching up here, but there's still quite a few that haven't been touched yet. So we're gonna try to do the job of making sure we keep in the future, the touched up areas like Cherno right here. Really awesome with the amount of detail that's been put in to really make it post-apocalyptic-y, and there's also, I've been told by Ambiguous, a good dozen or so areas that are these underground bunkers or tunnel systems. To give you guys an example, got an underground train tunnel over here. We have this nice little underground tunnel here. New areas to really fight and practice CQB. And I'm really looking forward to it, because it's just all these rocks you got to make in order to set up these types of systems. But then, you could also take the outside area and then turn this into a teleporter net and then, use it for like some sort of zombie hideout campaign or whatnot. Another really cool area to get out of here for a sec. It's all the way up in Bolota. Right here, we got this tunnel right here for the road. But we also have this train station that looks partially collapsed. But going in, look at this. Really something that looks future post-apocalyptic here. And then, comes right up and there you go. Now, to usually find these areas, you gotta find these like dark spots on the map. They'll at least lead you to some interesting like rocky locations. But as far as I know, everything has received a good touching up. Still not fully complete, but, here's another one. Nice little underground complex for, I think this is a hydro dam. So, some good internal areas to do stuff in. Then you got a nice little entrance from back here. To just quickly glance over everything. I don't think they've done anything with Devil's Castle yet. Nope, it's still just an intimidating piece of shit that we all remember for our lives in DayZ. But we also have some random FOBs and miniature bases strung around. But I haven't even fully looked at this map yet, so I'm just panning around right now. It's one of the red warehouses. But yeah, I'll have to consult Ambi on where all of these hidden bases are and whatnot, but there's definitely a lot we can do for this campaign, because this map in itself can tell a story. But we're going to be making some very interesting operations with it, to say the least. Can't wait. So I'm going to bring us over here for a second. We're going to take a look at some of the new Russian units we've added. For anti-air, we've added some dedicated Tungustas. These things have, I think I was told, a 5-kilometer radius before they start opening up. These are some nasty pieces of equipment, but this is to give our flyboys who think they can come into the AO and hover way up in the sky about 2 to 3 clicks away. This is going to give them a nice little, a nasty little surprise. I've also got one of these puppies as an APC. We got some, more futuristic looking vehicles that we're going to be able to throw at them. This is from the 2035 Russian pack. Artillery. Basically a play on the Katatsu, or however the heck you say that, rocket artillery. Boats, still the same boats. Got some futuristic MRAPs with some, crows type turrets on them where you don't need a gunner, it's just camera mounted and everything. Helicopters, basically same ones we've been using, but they look a little more futuristic, if you will. This one just has rocket pods, But then this puppy, ooh, she looks tough. That's an alligator. Men, same thing. Planes, we got the Su-34. And this one, I believe, doesn't desync when it crashes like the RHS variant, so that'll be good. T-14. Just look how sleek that thing looks. Ah, that's going to be great. And the turrets are standard ones, but the AGS is a 30mm. Unless it was already, I usually think of those as a 20mm cords, and, you know, just everything looks so sleek with this nice little addition. But that's to give our player base a bit of a scare with some of those assets. We've also added the VSM gear pack. We're hoping the player base doesn't abuse it too much, but we've also added another weapons pack, SMA, and some RHS compatibilities. But the main thing that we're looking forward to is the addition of the new maps. So let's look at another one, shall we? Klafgan. One of the good old favorites. Why didn't it load? Oh, I hit cancel like an idiot. One of the good old favorites that people like to go back and forth from around the days. I know Barty Lord used to Zeus offs on this one all the time. Alright. Basically, long story short, to the north, it's got a few nice towns. I remember doing some operations around Ovestan. Barty once had a custom operation involving this open area where you built up a little town next to this little watering hole. But it's basically just a lot of mountains. Pretty steep mountains, I may add. A lot of loose roads. And just a bunch of FOBs and towns, you know, for patrols and you know, hunting camps with IR stuff and whatnot, but this is going to be a really good patrol, assault, search, and destroy style map. We've got a lot that we can work with for this one. Also got this nice little riverbed going, stuff to hide things in. But, you know, it's not that versatile since 90% of the map is mountains, but good spawn base would be the one all the way to the south, and then you can, you know, do whatever operation you've got. I'm pretty sure that's the only runway, though. Not to say that you couldn't take an area like this and potentially, you know, clear it out as long as you find it flat enough, but we'll probably be spawning on the southern side and then using that to our advantage. But I know there's a few FOBs around that we can also utilize, or we could make our own. Next map on the list is Denoland. If I remember correctly, I don't know, this isn't one of the smaller ones we've added. We've added a variety of smaller and big maps. Some like 4x4 kilometers, this one's 40x40. I remember this one. This is something that Sniperwolf found, and this is actually a pretty big map that, you know, honestly you could fit in anywhere. It's got a large amount of forests, but not that much foliage. You know, it looks kind of like a temperate forest here. Then we've got a bunch of vanilla building assets along with some cup ones that are enterable. And a few cereal boxes, as I've been told to call them, but it also has some BS houses that I know Chernarus Redux uses to make all the buildings enterable. So, you know, that adds to the CQB aspect of everything. So, not everything, you know, is a cereal box anymore. It's more of you know, something that you can actually garrison units in and whatnot. So that'll, you know, add to the life of the AO itself. But this map is literally just, you know, it's a good variety. It's got a few swamplands with some buildings in it. It's got some big rivers for boat patrols and whatnot. And this can be a very versatile map. Just, you know, as long as we utilize it effectively. So this will be something good for practice ops or campaigns. Anything else that we see fit. But it's, you know, just this style of map. Personally, I cannot wait to sink my teeth in it. And frames are pretty good on it, too. So, let's look at another one we've added. Some cup maps. Here we go. Kabvatan. This one's one of the smaller ones. It's a little more for mountainy combat. Oh, I lied. It's 40 by 40. Jesus. Is it really? Yeah, it is. So, not that much stuff has been built on it per se. If you come over here, a lot of it's just mountainy terrain that you can utilize for, like, you know, hunting insurgents and whatnot, camps, you name it. It's up to the Zeus to really build some custom stuff, but it's got some beautiful, beautiful water textures. Really just kind of like, I want to kind of put a kayak through it or get a kayak mod and just go mountain rafting. But you also have these really thick mountain ranges, and you can do some, you know, put a camp up here to hunt or whatnot with IR. Maybe make a helicopter hunt or something. But it's absolutely beautiful up there. It also has this really awesome long tunnel that I kind of just want to turn into some sort of, like, underground base. There's a little rock right there. Yeah, this thing is massive. And it literally cuts through about a quarter of the map. And it's got all these, you know, the floodlights, so it has an internal lighting system when it's dark. But to build this, as you can see, they, like, tore part of the mountain open, or the texture. And then just covered the top with rocks. This thing goes on and on. Just tapping my scroll wheel. It banks a few turns even. And then boom, you're out, and there's a few towns too. Nice little ridge line. Good little ocean spot for some sort of like ship encounter. And that can take you out of the map. So I'm thinking like Riderwood Island, but on a much bigger scale to make more like custom areas, towns, docks, you name it. But, you know, it's going to be a lot of work, but I think it's going to pay off pretty well. So, I mean, here's the map, and then this is... Like, you could literally start it all the way up here, and this is where the terrain goes. So you could just have, like, a naval fleet literally come in and start the engagement. Then at this large lake, a few office buildings that have spawned in. I'll have to hunt around and see if there's any underground structures too, because that would be pretty fitting for this. Ooh, little texture glitch. Yeah, it's nice massive ocean here. And that's the edge of the map. This one's really nice. I'm looking forward to it because there's a lot we can do. It's just up to the Zeus's creativity. And that's what a lot of these new maps are focusing on, is how creative as Zeus's can we get to take more barren-styled maps with beautiful textures and turn them into amazing pieces of work. So some more cup assets, vanilla assets, Taviana. Sorry about that. But Taviana holds a special place in my heart. Daisy Origins all the way, back when I was a beta tester for that stuff. Ah, this place is beautiful. Yeah, as a Daisy fan, this one hits close to home. We've got the freaking offshore platforms that you can go up and loot. This makes me want to do, we got a floating movie, but this really makes me want to do, like, the only easy day was yesterday style operation, where you have a bunch of teams take oil platforms, then everyone at the same time pops some blue smoke to show they're done on the top platform, and you look around, you see all this blue smoke come out. I also remember looting these and barely having anything, which always pissed me off. Then we have Sector fucking B. And we have that damn hole in the fence. Where is it? Come on. Has to be cannon, right? Where's that damn little hole? That's how you got into this place and killed the AI and looted all the shit. Oh, come on. I know she's around here somewhere. Don't make me go all the way around this damn wall to find... There she is. Here's the little break. No zombies, but a bunch of area to loot. People would camp the shit out of that hole. Oh, but my favorite place, and this makes me want to do another SCP op with something like a bloodsucker. Ooh, where is she? Let's see if I can remember where she is in this town. I'm looking for 3 outhouses. Come on, I got a Zeus interface. I should be able to do it. Yeah, it's across the bridge. Come on, Liru. We're in the right town, right? Yeah, no, it's Sabani. Might be back here. Come on. It's been years since I looked into this. But there's 3 outhouses next to each other. They're in a corner. Come on, Liru. You're making yourself look like a dum-dum. That's one of them, but there's 3 of them together. Because if you go in, you got that little toilet texture. Yeah. But you gotta find the right one. Oh my god, Liru, you're killing me here. I know it's been years, but... Come on. Oh, wait. No, damn it. Maybe it was 2? No. It was 3. It was 3. Motherfucker, Liru, come on. I'm disappointed in myself. It wasn't this one. It was multiple ones together. But I remember, like, running around trying to find it the first time. Because a buddy of mine told me. I spent, like, an hour trying to find it. Come on, it's to the right of that Kremlin-looking fuck. It's a building, Liru. It's not a... Oh, man, I'm making myself look bad. I swear this is worth it. I swear this is worth it. I know it had to have been added to this map. Of course, it's Taviana. It would be a direct port. They had to have added it. There they are. Yep. And it's not the right one. It's not the left one. It's the... It's the middle one. Yep. You gotta remember, because it's on the white ground with the tower. Yep. Okay. Whoop. Oh, yeah, right. Zeus interface. Yeah, because this is how they hid the texture. They used a different color. They didn't use the actual ground. Nice little crawl down here. Don't fall down there. You gotta use this. And this is where some people tested zombies, and this is where some AI would spawn for you to kill them. And get some really nice guns and loot, and this is where some other really nice loot would spawn. This is just a laboratory. But yeah, like an SCP op with a bloodsucker from Deep Zone Project. Like, you come in, you explore this, see it's all fucked up, get one bloodsucker, and then you have to find the other one and kill it. Yeah, that would be nice. But that is that underground area. Some other fun areas, there's the prison island. The only part you can enter is the northern block, but you can still make something interesting about it. And then I also know there's a large amount of Russian frigates that you can utilize to your advantage. Oh, they also have polar ice caps. Nice. Let me see if I remember where the harbor is. Here she is, Neva Bay. Yep. So there's quite a few frigates that you can actually enter and launch helicopters from and whatnot. Or, you know, you could hunt Russians and stuff. It's not the full frigate that's enterable, but it's a good chunk. You can get to the engineering room, you can get up to the captain's quarters, etc., etc. And there's quite a few of these out there, just in the water and whatnot. There's also one in this bay for some reason, which I don't know how it's going to be able to get out, unless this is some sort of, like, drop bridge. But yeah, it must have been abandoned for a while if they put these, you know, spikes up and whatnot. But I remember hiding in hatchbacks in the trunks where you couldn't be seen. in like open areas, and people would literally take me to their bases because they wouldn't know I was there. You'd wait for them to log, and then you'd steal their best vehicle and load it with all the loot you could, or like tow their best vehicle with a Ural and load those up, you know. Good times, good times. Now we have Temblin Island. This is a decently sized map. It's one of the smaller ones, only a click by a click. But it's got a nice bit of detail. This would be a really nice objective to do an STV thing. Like an actual underwater stealth objective. We haven't done one of those in literally ages. And I don't know of any other group that's done that type of operation in a while. Ever since Crimea Islands, which I need to talk to Sniperwolf to see if we can re-add that, because it's actually been updated to work with the 64-bit update. But just looking at this map, again, one of the smaller ones, but with that small size, you can fit a lot of texture and detail into it and make it a beautiful piece of work. It's a good mix of open areas, some, I want to say like Australian or African outback, you know what I mean? That's the vibe I'm getting from this type of map. Is this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it feels bigger. Then again, 100 square miles isn't, you know, that bad. But definitely, you know, something to do, a little like boat patrol or whatnot. Some nice CQB areas with all these vanilla enterable assets. Awesome. Some nice little secret installations up on the mountaintops. Good stuff. Good stuff. I always try to see if I can phase under the ground to see if there's anything, you know, hidden or whatnot. But this would be a map where I wouldn't do that much in terms of like taking spaces out and making my own custom ones, because there's already so much to do. Got these nice thick forests on the mountains as well. Really, there's a lot of workable stuff. But with all the waterways and whatnot, it really leaves open to do some underwater stealth style operations. Got some old theaters with the Aegis symbol. Perfect. Goonin Site A, that's weird. Huh. Looks like little training areas or whatnot. It's actually kind of cool. Alright, and then I think that was our last map. So a good mix of big areas, a small map or two, but again, showcasing more Zeus creativity and the works. And I'm actually going to ask Sniperwolf if we're going to re-add Crimea Islands, because we never really got to sink our teeth into that map. And now that we're all better Zeuses, I think we could definitely do some cool work with it. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking out this new mod set. It is available on the forums right now. It is all updated and whatnot. So yeah, you know, if you're part of the player base, get to downloading, because we're starting it up this weekend. And a tier 1 mod set has taken a few of these mods within it. Though we'll be sticking to GOSL Raic for another month or two before I decide to change the map to a different practice op. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Go operate it operationally. Take care. Have a good one. See you server side.